Hi everyone. Today it's going to be Miss Ada and I talking to you about a new, gift she's gotten. She seems so excited about it, doesn't she? So because we're going to be full-time in the RV and we need to be able to make sure that Ada is safe at all times, we went out and purchased a Waggle. And this is a Waggle Monitor Pro Plus Air, whatever that means. So it came with this. There was an RV camera that came with it. That's this little thing. And then there's also a treat thrower, which he's trying to pick up. It's got, you may have to slide it, honey. Okay. And there's also a treat thrower. So this came as a package together, and it was on sale for 50% off this weekend. So we decided that we would go ahead and invest in it and see which parts we like. It wasn't that much more for all three of them than it would have been for just a regular monitor. So if it wasn't on sale. So I went ahead and bought all three of them. And I haven't opened this one to even look to see what's inside it. But I think their marketing is super cute with the W that makes the puppy face. Okay. And, there's all kinds of stuff in here. But this is the actual monitor. I think that this one will actually do things like humidity inside the RV. I know it does temperature. It did more than a regular one. The regular Waggle did. And Ada is my only child, so, I am worried about her when I'm not here. So I went ahead and purchased the top of the line. Okay, so let's look and see what it says it does. Oh, this is the startup guide. So there's a bracket in here, supposedly. Oh, it's already hooked onto the back of here so that we can hang it up somewhere. They have a reset pin in here, the cable that we need. And I haven't actually read this because I haven't opened the box yet. So we're going to be setting this up. But the first thing I'm going to do is set my Waggle up, and then I'll set the two cameras up so that I can make sure that our girl is safe so that she can sleep in peace when I'm not here. Because obviously, living in this trailer with us is a lot of work for the dog. The first thing that we need to do is, the first thing we need to do is subscribe to Waggle. And then after that, we need to activate our device. And just so that you know, because I did not realize this, it could take up to 24 hours for your device to activate. So you don't want to do it and think that you're going to be walking out the door in 10 minutes. I downloaded the app to my phone and I created a new account on the phone when I did it because we didn't have one already. And now I'm going to scan the QR code on the back of here. Okay, so it gave me a QR code, which matches that, confirms the code, a monitor name. I have no idea what this thing's doing other than the fact that it is, there it goes. Okay, so the little RV cam, when you turn it on, it's going to turn one way or the other until it gets to the stop. And I thought it was going to have a problem, so I stopped filming, unfortunately. But it turns back to the center position away from the tag, right? So, or away from the plug. Once it does that, you read the QR code, and then it projects a QR code onto your phone, and it makes a cuckoo sound. So it did that. Now it's blinking blue, so I can tell it's an LED blinking blue light. And I don't understand what the difference is. There is an upgrade now for your plan where this actually costs you more money every month, and I didn't realize that. Or there's a free plan. And I was going to look to see what the free plan is, because really we just want to be able to see this if I need to see her. Let's activate a free plan as opposed to paying $2 a month for, yeah. I think I'm going to tell it I want to activate a free plan. I'm just going to activate the basic plan and see what the basic plan gives me. Okay, I can see it. That's what I wanted to know, is whether or not I could see what was going on. And I can. So with the free plan, I can still see her. That's what I wanted, was to be able to see her and know that she was okay, right? And I can do that, so that works for me.
Go ahead and say that again.
So I'm kind of worried, because if that little camera was $2 a month, what is this going to cost me a month? This is a treat thrower. And nowhere on the Waggle website did it tell me that I was going to be paying for each individual thing. Kind of have an issue with that, because I just would have bought the monitor had I known that all of these had their own separate subscription. So what our plan was to use this kind of as a backup, because we have Casa cams in our RV that already do temperature monitoring on them. The problem is that the Casa cams have to run through our Wi-Fi, which means that our Starlink would have to be active for them to work. So we did this because it's 5G and we wanted a backup. And that was the entire reason that we went and we did the Waggle. I'm not really happy about the pricing that they have going on right now. As far as these two, I think it should have been a lot clearer on their website, and I think it's almost predatory what they're doing. But we're going to go ahead and keep the monitor for the 2 years that we've paid for. And we did pay for 2 years because it gave us 50% off of the monitoring, right? And over those next 2 years, we'll tell you whether or not we think it's worth it for us to buy another 2 years of monitoring when it's done. Because we can always cancel before the end of our 2 years are up and not have it auto renew. But right now, we're kind of thinking that it'll be 2 years and we'll be done. You know, here's the thing, like, we've watched all of these YouTubers that are, you know, they're getting money from Waggle. They're definitely ambassadors for Waggle. They all have codes that they're giving out. I used none of them because it was on sale, so I couldn't use anyone's code anyways. And I think that's a little bit of a danger of just listening to people that are ambassadors for the product. Of course they think it's wonderful. They're probably getting free Waggle. If you're not, it's very expensive for what you're getting. She's worth it. Don't get me wrong. She's completely worth it. But I think that it's kind of also a lesson in doing a little more research than what we did. If you've liked this content, please consider subscribing to our channel. It does help us with growing the channel. And it's quite obvious after this, we're going to give you honest reviews. If we don't like something, we'll be happy to tell you that. But if we like it, we also will tell you that too. And I have a feeling we may like the monitor itself, but the cameras and stuff, I am probably going to go with a different technology option. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.